Morning. How you guys doing today? So I thought on this morning's walk, what I would do is do a series on advice for different folks in the real estate business. I want to do this just because, as I've shared before, I think we're in a changing market. I think we're certainly moving out of a seller's market into something else. Certainly not a buyer's market, at least not yet, but probably certainly a flat market. So I thought I would talk about that because unless you've been doing this for nearly 2 decades like I have, these changing markets can catch you, and if you're not careful, really hurt. This series is really for anyone that's been doing the particular role less than 5 years, because all you've known is a seller's market. And in a seller's market, your systems, your processes, all of that maybe you haven't worked out, it causes delay. What was supposed to be 4 weeks turned into 8 weeks or 10 weeks. You're actually rewarded because prices go up, or you're certainly not hurt. So this first one's going to be for flippers, right? So if your main business is flipping and you're doing, I don't know, let's say more than 10 a year, maybe 12 a year, 1 a month, this video is for you. So, and again, I started flipping this year, but I've known hundreds of flippers over the nearly 20 years. So I come with at least some opinions, or at least some informed opinions. So the first thing I recommend for flippers is if your market, your niche, whatever you want to call that, is 2x the median, or even 50% the median for your market, I would be really careful. I would not load up on inventory. I would, if I had a bunch of inventory today, I would find a way to get rid of some, because you're in a dangerous spot if that's where you're playing, because the news cycle is about to go negative. Buyers, owner occupants need to have confidence to make that kind of purchase. I think financing is going to be easy, but your buyer pool is going to shrink, and you're actually also going to be competing for the first time with a lot more inventory. I think listings are going to go up from owner occupants and the like. So for the first time probably in the last 5 years, you're really competing. And, what used to sell in a weekend or two, now it's going to take 30 to 45 days, probably a price drop or two, right? So the market's changed. So if you're a flipper and you're investing above that market, be very careful. If I was in that position and I was holding on to 3 projects today, I would do whatever it takes to unload a couple of those, because it's not a bad business. I'm not trying to say that. You just got to be a lot more careful. You got to do a little bit extras, and you're going to be competing with a lot more listings, and buyers have disappeared. It's just what happens at the top of the market, right? When the negative news cycle gets going, and CNBC and Wall Street Journal and Fortune, all these people start saying, "Oh my God, the sky's falling." Buyers just go, "Nope, I'm not going to buy that $1 million house or that $500K house or whatever it is for your market." So be very careful. If, on the other hand, you're investing below the median, and where I want to play, sort of 75% of the median, it really depends on how much inventory you have, but generally that market is safe because, unlike the other one, you have multiple exits. Every flipper I know that plays below that, including myself, can always just hold it as a long-term rental, right? Of the flips I have going, I can hold on to every single one as a positive cash flow rental until it sells or the market changes. So, I know you may be doing an owner-occupant property, but if it doesn't sell, don't leave it vacant. Stick a tenant in there. Be selective, but stick a tenant in there just so you can limp through till next summer and see what happens then. So that's my advice for flippers. If you're above the median, be really, really careful. If you're below, maybe don't be as aggressive, right? Don't do 10 projects at a time. Maybe do 5. But generally, you're safe. You have multiple exit strategies. The worst thing that happens is it doesn't sell and you stick a tenant in and you just limp along. Obviously you don't get all your cash back. Maybe you have to have a conversation with your private or hard money investors. But, fire selling something below the median doesn't make sense when you can just cash flow it as a rental. So hope that helps. If you are a flipper and you have questions, leave a comment below. Please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to grow to 1,000, and we'll see what happens. Have a great day. Take care.